Cryptography, Security Plus, Chapter 1. In last lecture, we talked about cryptography, and we say that cryptography is a technique to encrypt clear text or clear data into the crumble code. The encryption data that's sent over public or private network toward the destination to ensure the confidential. And there's two type of cryptography: symmetrical cryptography, symmetrical chiffre. You use the same key for encryptions and decryptions of the data. The most wide used symmetrical chiffre is AES and DES. And the other one is, this is how symmetrical encryptions work. Plain text to the chiffre text. We use encryption algorithm. And this is symmetrical algorithms. We use many algorithms. The famous one is AES, Advanced Encryption Standards, and the other one, DES, Data Encryption Standards. And AES, it's a fast and encrypt large amount of data. It's encrypt large amount of data and quick with the USB flash drive. DES, it's we use in block shiver, and there is a series 64 bits, and there's other version is 3DS. 3DS is a 3 times than the other one, times 3. Asymmetrical algorithm, unlikely symmetry cheaper. It's asymmetrical encryptions. 2T are used. Everyone public key knows one key with others key. It's keep secure and use encryption data by sending. We use two key, it's a public key and private key for this one. How asymmetric work? Like if pop and ls, pop needs send encryptions data through the asymmetrical to the ls. So he use ls public key, encrypt that data and send it to ls, and ls decrypt that data by ls private key. So as we say that asymmetrical algorithm use two keys, public key for encryption and private key to decrypt. Sometimes private key is called secret key. Don't confuse this one. Secret key is a private key. This is some algorithm for the asymmetrical RSA and DH or Deafened Helen, and digital signature algorithm or DSA, and public key cryptography standards PKCS. Then we move to other things, other topic in cryptography. That's digital signature. So digital signature. Bring this one down. Okay. Digital signatures technique to evaluate authority of the digital document as the sign it as signature authenticate the authority of the document. Digital signature confirms the authors of the document, the authors of the document, الشخص اللي كتب الدوكيمنت. كويس. And data and time. When you make digital signature, بعمل شنو confirm the other document. واحد اثنين date time of the signing and authenticate the contact of the message. يعني إذا جاك أي رسالة فيه digital signature بيكون فيه 3 حاجات، فيه confirm، فيه data، date and time. Okay. So this is how digital signature work. If Bob when I send message to the LS with digital signature, Bob add the what called private key or secret key to the document and send it to LS, and LS have public key of Bob, so she can open the document by public key. If he opens this document by public key, that means this message came from Bob. So this how digital signature work. So if you see, you have your private key or secure key. Other people, they have what? They have your public key. So that's called public. That's for public. So you have that key and you can distribute that key to the people who you know them, or people they need, you have business with them. And private keys, that means private or secret. That's only keep it for yourself. If you see all process for the asymmetrical or symmetrical or digital signatures, you own the private key and the other people own what? On the public key for use. So don't confuse. Sometimes they bring you questions and they put Pop needs send message to the LS and how he can sign that document. Say A, use Pop private key. B, use Pop public key. C, use LS public key. D, use LS private key. So you know who signs the document, what kind of key used to sign document, and you know the other side, who's receives the document and what key used to know to verify you know the signature. Okay. And then moving to the other topic also, this topic number 3, I think. Hashing. Hashing, that means, what hashing means? First, we know that hashing is a one-way conduct a message into the channel in an arrivable fixed length. So hashing function take plain text and put it in the algorithm and get fixed length. And why we say hashing is a one-way? Because you cannot go back to the original document. When you put the document to the hash, they get you fixed length. That length you cannot go back. This is the difference between hashing and encryption, because encryption, they encrypt the data and you can decrypt it. You go to the original data, or you go to the plain text. Plain text, go to the shiver text, again go to the plain text. That's encryption. But hashing, plain text, go to the fixed length of the shiver. You cannot use that shiver back or into that shiver to the plain text. So that's called one way. That's so that hashing is used for what? For integrity. But encryption is used for confidentiality. Confidentiality. All right. So hashing is using also for digital signature, digital certificate, and data integrity. This is two purpose of hashing. So, okay. And what hashing algorithm? The most famous hashing algorithm is secure hash algorithm, or SHA, SHA, secure hash algorithm. And the other one is called MD, but SHA, it's most secure than MD3. But the process is slow than MD3. MD3 is fast but less secure than SHA, right? MD3, MD5, this is version 5. And this MD, that means must digits. So, and key length is the key equal to the key length of the length of the key. It's equal to the number of what bits in the key of the encryption algorithm. Short key length indicate to lack of security. So we need long key, because short is lack of security. So we, as a cybersecurity, we need something secure, not lack of security. Lack of security is opposite of secure. Key stretch, it's increased strength of the storage password. Protect password from brute force attack. Brute force attack is one of the password attack. Later on, we came to learn about what type of attack for the password. This is one of the brute force, is one of the password attacks. So we make stretching the key, make it be longer, because that protect our password from brute force attack. Brute force attack, it's one of the password attack. It's use all the possibility for cracking password. Also other attack called rainbow table attack, also password attacks. Okay. Salting is a process of adding additional character to the password before hashing. So if you see this is a password, we're gonna add this. The red one is a salt. The blue one is says a password. We're gonna add the salt on it. Why? Because create one-way function. After that, we put it in the hash function, hash algorithm. We get hash result. So to make more difficult to the password, okay, this is a function of hash. Key exchange. Key exchange, it is cryptography methods in which cryptography key are exchanged between two partners. Allowed to use cryptography algorithm. So I say here, in this example, for digital signatures, so Bob need to send his key to Alice, right? How to say, how to send it? He used uh, something called key exchange. All right. So key exchange, that means what going to do to the key? Use what called
easy home.
definite hold DH. What kind of algorithm this one? Symmetrical or asymmetrical?
Asymmetrical.
Symmetric or asymmetric?
Asymmetrical.
Hey,
Asymmetric algorithm.
asymmetric.
Yeah, don't confuse between them. You have to memorize which algorithm we use it in symmetrical and which algorithm we use it in asymmetrical and which algorithm use it in digital signatures. Only a total around 10 algorithms. Okay, so also here you can get questions. What kind of algorithm we use it to key exchange? They give you many algorithms. The correct answer is DH, definite Holland. All right. Asymmetrical key, yeah. Okay, blockchain. وقفنا لحد هنا مش كده؟
انت قلت ده ما معنا امبارح.
أنا قلت هنيجي نرجع له. اوكي.
اوكي.
بلوكتشين، بس لازم نعرف البلوكتشين شنو يعني. هو واحد من التوبيك، مش ناخده بالتفصيل لأنه بلوكتشين is a lot of things. Okay. Blockchain is type of distributed legal techniques, DLT, distributed legal technology, DLT. That consists of growing list of records called block. طيب بيهمنا شنو؟ Asymmetrical key, algorithm, and hash function are the two type of cryptography algorithm used in blockchain. ده اللي بيهمنا. What kind of cryptography we use it in blockchain? Two, asymmetrical key and what? And hashing algorithm. طبعا blockchain ده استخدموه مثلا في الكريبتو كارنسي transactions. مثلا if you want to send money from my account or from, say, if you in normal condition, if you send money from Muhammad account to Anas account, so you go to your website and go to your account and send it to put your you go to your bank account, say Bank of America, and request send $1,000 to the Anas account in the, say, Chase Bank or any other bank. So transaction goes through bank, and from bank go to the another bank, control the transaction, then gonna verify everything's okay, and then gonna send it from that bank to the Chase Bank of Anas. So this is called centralized, go to the center bank. But now a new technology like cryptocurrency, if you send money, it's something called decentralized. No one controls that transactions. There's a lot of algorithm running, and the money is going from Muhammad to Anas. without centralized, without someone control it. A lot of people doing a lot of things, and you can also share that, and you get some money on it. So this is called decentralized. Blockchain is a lot of things, so they have a lot of details. Just in this section, we just know what kind of cryptography use it in blockchain. And we're gonna see here.
Ever
something
wonder if
about
there's an easier
blockchain.
way to complete transactions without having to deal with online wallets, banks, and third-party applications? Well, it's possible thanks to blockchain. Here's everything you need to know about blockchain. Imagine 4 friends, Jack, Ted, Sam, and Phil, meet up for dinner. After they're done, Jack pays the bill, and all of them decide to split the expense amongst each other. Now, on the next day, when Phil sends his share to Jack via online money transfer, the transaction goes through without a hitch. Then, Ted and Sam send their respective shares to Jack, but their transactions don't go through. The failed transaction cites some issues at the bank. That's when Jack comes to know about the many ways a bank transaction could fail. It could be due to technical issues at the bank, one of their accounts were hacked, daily transfer limits being exceeded, and sometimes additional charges, like transfer charges, associated with transferring money. To solve these problems, the concept of cryptocurrency came into existence. Cryptocurrencies are a form of digital or virtual currency that run on a technology known as blockchain. Thanks to blockchain, cryptocurrencies are immune to counterfeiting, don't require a central authority, and are protected by strong and complex encryption algorithms. And in a market of more than thousands of cryptocurrencies like Litecoin, Ethereum, Zcash, and so on, one reigns supreme: Bitcoin. Now, let's go back to our previous example and have Phil, Ted, and Sam send Jack 2 Bitcoins each as their contribution to the previous night's dinner. Let's assume Phil, Ted, and Sam have 3 Bitcoins in reserve, while Jack has 5. First, Phil sends 2 Bitcoins to Jack. A record is created in the form of a block. The transaction details between them is permanently inscribed in this block. This record also holds the number of Bitcoins each of the friends own. So, after Phil's transaction, Jack has 7 Bitcoins, while Phil has 1. Following this, Sam and Ted send 2 Bitcoins to Jack. A new block is created for each of these transactions. These blocks hold the transaction details as well as how many Bitcoins Sam, Ted, and Jack have in reserve. These blocks are linked to each other, as each of them takes reference from the previous one for the number of Bitcoins each friend owns. This chain of records, or blocks, is called a ledger, and this ledger is shared among all the friends, which acts as a public distributed ledger. This forms the basis of blockchain. So, what happens when Phil has only 1 Bitcoin left, and he tries to send 2 more Bitcoins to Jack? The transaction will not go through. This is because all his friends have copies of the ledger, and it's clear that Phil has only 1 Bitcoin left. His friends will flag this transaction as invalid. A hacker will not be able to alter the data in the blockchain because each user has a copy of the ledger. The data within the blocks are encrypted by complex algorithms. All of this is made possible with the help of blockchain technology. Blockchain can be described as a collection of records linked with each other, strongly resistant to alteration, and protected using cryptography. Now, let's have a closer look at the Bitcoin transaction between Jack and Phil and find out how it works. Every user in the Bitcoin network has 2 keys, a public key and a private key. The public key is an address that everyone in the network knows of, like an email address of a user. The private key is a unique address that only the user has knowledge of, something like a password. First, Phil passes the number of Bitcoins he wants to send to Jack, along with his and Jack's unique wallet address through a hashing algorithm. All of this is part of the transaction details. These details are encrypted using encryption algorithms and using Phil's unique private key. This is done to digitally sign the transaction and to indicate that the transactions came from Phil. This output is now transmitted across the world using Jack's public key. With this, the message or transaction can be decrypted only by Jack's private key. which only Jack has knowledge of. Different cryptocurrencies use different hashing algorithms. While Bitcoin uses the SHA-256 algorithm, Ethereum, which is also a famous cryptocurrency, uses one known as Ethash. This transaction and several other similar ones are taking place all around the world. These transactions are validated and then added block by block. The people who validate these blocks are called miners. For a block to be validated and added to a blockchain, miners need to solve a complex mathematical problem. The miner who solves this first adds the block to the blockchain and is rewarded with 12.5 bitcoins. The process of solving the complex mathematical problem is called proof of work, and the process of adding a block to the blockchain is called mining. With this, Phil and Jack's wallets are updated, just like every person in the network who has completed a transaction. Now that you know about blockchain and its important concepts, time for a small quiz. What is the concept of blockchain that ensures data cannot be altered by any of the users within the network? A. Public distributed ledger. B. Proof of work. C. Proof of stake. D. Hash encryption. Let us know what you think is the right answer in the comments below. 3 lucky winners will get Amazon gift vouchers. Details are mentioned in the description.
اوكي، ممكن يكون الناس اخذوا فكرة عن البلوك تشين، مش كده؟ ف لو لاحظت هو بيقول انه الترانزاكشنز، انت لما تشتغل في انك تعمل ابروف للترانزاكشنز بيقوم بيدفعوا لك في النهاية عشان والترانزاكشن عشان تعملوه ابروف it's a lot of mathematics behind that. ولما تعمل الترانزاكشن ده بيقول له مايننج، هسه بيقول لك زول ده شغال في مايننج مايننج بيتكوين. فمايننج معناه انت بتكون عندك الجوريزم وتحاول تحل الالجوريزم ده، فده very complicated. عشان كده need high computer power، ده كمبيوتر يكون قوي جدا وكده. فانت قالك هسه اي شخص ممكن يعمل مايننج وبعدين بيكسب منه، تمشي تشتري أجهزة بتاع مايننج وتجيبوا أجهزة بتكون قوية جدا وتشتغل، لكن برضو بيكلفك باور لأنه بيحتاج لطاقة وكده يعني. فعشان كده الناس اللي بيعملوا مايننج بيكونوا بيحطوا أجهزة بتاعهم في أماكن الباردة، عشان لأنه بيكون في عملية بروسيسنج وبيكون في حرارة، داير تبريد بصرف كهرباء وكده، بتحطوا في أماكن باردة عشان بقللوا من الكوست، في النهاية بيكسبوا كده. فده عملية بتاع المايننج، بقول لك زول ده شغال مايننج في البيتكوين. الناس اللي بيستثمروا في بيتكوين يا تكون انت مايننج تعمل جنريت للبيتكوين، او انت بتعمل تتاجر في البيتكوين، تشتري لما يكون اقل وتفك لما يكون اغلى. يعني الشخص لو كان بيشتري بيتكوين مثلا في ايام الكورونا كان ب2000 وحاجة، البيتكوين وصل لحد 2000 وحاجة. اليوم بيتكوين الواحد بكم وستين، يعني لو عندك 2 بيتكوين بتكلفك زي 5000 أيام الكورونا، الآن بكون عندك 120,000 دولار، يعني 2 بيتكوين وهكذا. فبيهمنا شنو؟ بيهمنا كله عملية algorithm بيستعملوا فيه قال لك الكيس، وبيستعملوا فيه شنو؟ الهاشين. طيب طيب ناخد كيس بريك هنا. في أي سؤال لحد هنا؟ اور في زول عنده فكرة عن البيتكوين والبلوك تشين كده عشان يضيف على الكلام اللي احنا قلناه ده؟ يس نو. اوكي، خلينا ناخد كمل بريك عشان نيجي نخش في نيو نواصل في الجوريزم في كتاغرافي، لكن نيو توبيك. اوكي، ناخد 10 minute بريك.
يا حليل عصرهم بالمآسي العامر وناهي عن المعاصي،